Hey, it's Jennifer Sparks. I'm in Orlando, Florida again. I'm currently working on about 18 videos, but I have to get this one out because I went to one of Orlando's magical dining options at the Rosen Shingle Hotel. I went to a place called A Land Remembered, and it was awesome. So join me if you want to see what my experience was like. I was kind of confused when I pulled in. I ended up parking by the convention center, where that is not where you're supposed to park. But that's where I did park. So they were having a big convention there too. So I kind of was like, all right, I got to find my way out of here. So I went up the escalator and I'm like, okay, here's where all the restaurants are. So I walked down there. Orlando Magical Dining is really cool. It's a lot of food. It's an appetizer, a dinner, and a dessert. Kind of like when you go on a cruise or an all-inclusive place where you know they have options and you get to choose. It's $37 for all that, and you know, for this place it was great because I got the filet mignon, which is probably almost $37 alone. So stick with me if you want to see that. Right now I'm just filming because I never got to film this hotel. I'm really super excited. It's beautiful. Everything's just very grand feeling. It's not an old hotel, even though it resembles an old hotel, a historic hotel, but it's a very new, clean, smells amazing. This is like the restaurant, I think it's called Everglades, that they have like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know they used to do buffets there, but I'm not sure if they're doing the buffets yet again. Buffets are starting to come back in Orlando. This would be check-in right over here. And I'm still walking around. I went through all the restaurants and I'm like, where is this place? I cannot find it. My reservation is almost here. It's almost 5:30 and I can't find it. So they advised me to go outside and walk down this pathway. And the restaurant actually has like an outside entrance.
Bucket list. Getting on the bucket list while I'm in Orlando.
I arrived at 5:30 on the nose, and I was the first person there.
So worried. I'm glad I came in early. Hope you don't mind if we videoing it. It's beautiful. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you. That was so beautiful. Thank you.
I like to always dine early, usually the first spot, just because of this. You get the whole restaurant to yourself. I had 2 servers. I was like treated like a princess. This here would be the current menu offerings. I was so happy they had a regular menu. I'm so tired of those scanned menus, but I understand, you know. I thought going in there that I was going to order a cocktail, but then I saw the wine prices, and they were pretty good for a steakhouse. I mean, I got a glass of wine for $11. I thought that was pretty good. So here's the magical dining menu right here. You get one choice, like I said before, an appetizer, a dinner, and a dessert, all for the grand price of $37. The silverware was immaculate. That's always a plus for me. And look at these butters. They're little alligators. And they came over with some bread for me. I'm like, okay, do I want to really do that? I got all this food to eat, but I had to try one.
I don't want to hurt the alligators. They're so cute.
They had a row of cheese, a layer of cheese on the top. It was so good. I went with the fritters, the goat cheese fritters. It was like a little piece of bread with, it was like a fried goat cheese. It was so good. And then I ordered the filet mignon, which came with mashed potatoes, asparagus, a fried green tomato, and a little tomato. It was a great combination, and I really, really loved it. For dessert, I ended up with the bread pudding, and it came with like a little cookie and a little ice cream on the top. I wanted to take it to go, and they're like, no, you really want to have it here, and now I understand why. It would have been a grand old mess when I took it home. This is a little patio off of the restaurant. It doesn't even look as pretty as it did in person on this screen right now. It was beautiful. The sun was setting, and it just had this just magical feeling. I can imagine there must be a lot of weddings and stuff over here. If I had to rate this from a scale from 1 to 5 stars, I would give it a 5-star. From the service to the food to the ambiance. I mean, I don't know how it is when it's real crowded. I mean, people did come, you know, in the course of my stay there, but it was never too crowded. If you do decide to dine here, though, make sure you get your ticket from the parking validated. Otherwise, I think it's $20 to get out. All right, now I'm going to take a little hotel tour. So if you're just here for the food, you're done with me. But if you want to see the rest of the hotel, I'm going to take you around the pools now. There's 2 pools and there's cabanas, so stick around if you want to see what the hotel's like. I find these sometimes on Priceline for like $99. But you do have to pay for parking here, and there's a resort fee. I'm not sure if that includes the parking or not. Look at all these roses. They're all red too. I don't know, I think they're the knockout roses. I have some of these at home. I miss them. I hope they're alive when I get home. Back to the resort fee. I just had a comment about the beautiful roses. Most Orlando hotels are doing that now, hotels and resorts. I usually typically stay at timeshares, so I somehow escape all those resort fees. But when you stay at a resort and pay a nightly fee, you're going to have to pay per day at most resorts. Rosen Shingle Creek has 2 pools. I thought it was 1, and I was like, well, this isn't that big. But then if you walk down a little further, there's another pool. This one had cabanas too. I was excited. I was like, look at that. I didn't find anybody to ask how much they were. I'm sure it's on the website, but they look pretty nice. You know, it had the TV. And I'm gonna get inside one of them soon, where I kind of nose around a little bit. But they look nice, and the pool looked great. It's a great atmosphere. It looks like a beautiful, beautiful place. Have you stayed at this magical resort before? Let me know in the comments and let me know how you liked it. I wish I could have seen the rooms. I bet you they're amazing. All right, here, I'm gonna sneak into one of these cabanas right now, because that's what I do. That's how I roll. They look pretty nice. I bet you these are great, like especially in the summer when it's super hot and super crowded, because you're guaranteed a place to sit. You have cover. You know, these things are important. At this time of year, it's not that busy, so there's plenty of places to sit. If you like cabanas, I have other videos of my stays at Hard Rock Hotel and Universal. I have Las Vegas cabanas. That would actually make a fun playlist, so I'm going to have to work on that. If you're still with me, thank you so much for coming on the tour with me. If you like resort tours and reviews, and I've been doing a lot of food stuff and theme parks, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, now I have to go find my car. Wish me luck.
That's a lot of chandeliers. All right. Bucket list completed. Always wanted to go to this place, this hotel, and this restaurant. So had a fabulous time. So glad I did it. Go out and do your bucket list, people. Do it. Do it. Do it. The walkway up there. That's incredible. This place is really cool. I think this is where I came in. Not exactly sure. I think it came from down here.